This is Nick with Bill Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 11075 Mulgrave. Out here in the Scripps Ranch area of San Diego, we are on top of a flat concrete tile roof. This particular tile is a Monier tile. This is a discontinued tile. Somewhat of a lightweight tile. You can see that we got a lot of these manufacturer defects where a lot of these corners have been chipping on these tiles, and this is evident throughout. So all these little chips are going on throughout the entire roof, and you can see just how like crumbly this material is. It's really weird almost. So this is a very fragile material. You know, whoever gets on this roof needs to know how to walk on this kind of tile roof. I don't recommend, you know, having a lot of roof work done on this roof, so the homeowner needs to be aware of that. So there's been a bunch of repairs done on this roof plan. You can see these are all replacement tiles down here. Looks like we got a bunch of replacement tiles over here. And I went ahead and slid some tiles down. And again, you can see how all of these tiles are chipping all along the corners. But you can see that this is fresh underlayment over here. So same thing's going on over here in this section. Looks like they went ahead and repaired all the way up. Do the same thing on this section as well. Now the other portion of the roof, the other roof plane is the original underlayment. This roof is about 25 years old, I believe. And the original underlayment that's underneath this section looks like the original underlayment. Whereas this underlayment is very fresh. It's very thick, gritty, granular to the touch. The underlayment on this side is very smooth and not gritty, and it's just very thin, right? So typical of any kind of 25-year-old underlayment. So again, more manufacturer defects on some of those tiles, but the repairs have been done, so I don't see, you know, any issues with the roof at the moment. The homeowner just needs to understand that the roof is definitely on the tail end of its life expectancy, but it probably has another 5 to 10 years left on it, depending on the maintenance that's done. So again, pull this tile, you can see that's a fresh underlayment right there. Now it looks like there has been some maintenance done on this roof. A lot of the penetrations have been resealed, which is good to see. Some of this mortar is starting to crack, as we can see as well. So that could use a good sealing. But again, as far as the overall condition of this roof goes, with the repairs that have been done, you know, I don't see any immediate needs for concern, other than the fact that, hey, this is a 25-year-old roof, and typical tile roofs like this are going to last 25 to 30 years, depending on the weather that we get and depending on the upkeep. You can see that some of these tiles are cracked. Again, more of these chip tiles on the sides, and then same thing over here as well. So homeowner needs to understand that when it is time to redo this roof, the underlayment is what's the most important. I am going to recommend putting a new tile on this roof because this tile is so brittle. Even if we did a lift and reset on this roof, where we replace the underlayment and reuse the existing tile, the majority of this tile is going to break during the process. And because it is a discontinued product, it's really tough to find tiles they're going to match. Just something for the homeowner to be aware of. But as far as the rest of the roof goes, everything looks to be fine. When we do redo this roof, we're going to be replacing these dormer vents with O'Hagan vents, which are flat, low profile ventilation systems. I recommend the new homeowner be proactive when it comes to checking on these areas in the attic after that first rainstorm, just to ensure that no water is getting into the roof. But again, the roof looks to be perfectly fine at this point. Aside from some of these broken tiles that need to be addressed, the roof should last another 5 to 10 years. That's it for my inspection.